Hi everybody. In previous class we already discussed about what is plant breeding and what type of steps are involved in the plant breeding program. Now in this class I want to go to discuss about plant breeding product. Some plant breeding products are disease resistant, some plant breeding products are high yielding, and some plant breeding programs are helpful for better yielding varieties formation. Okay, let us discuss about what is type of plant breeding varieties are introduced in the agriculture field. The first one, India is mainly an agriculture country. India is mainly an agriculture country because agriculture is the main employment in the India. Approximately 33% of gross domestic product. Which one? GDP means what? Gross domestic product, and also employees. In the total population in our India, 62% of population mainly depending on agriculture field as employees. Okay. In this way, in India, mainly produce 33% of gross domestic product, and also 62% of population mainly depend on the agriculture field as employees. Okay, but our agricultural land is limited. Our agricultural land is very limited cultivation land. So we are increase yield per unit area in exiting farmland. Okay, ఉన్నటువంటి farmland లోని you are increase the yield per unit ఏరియాలో ఉన్న crop యొక్క yielding ని improve చేయాలి. But in the middle of the 1960s, the high yield varieties like in wheat and rice, and also breeding techniques are help to domestic increase in food production. The food production is mainly increased with help of the some new high yield varieties like wheat and rice, and also some breeding techniques are help to domestic increase. This means domestic increase means ఒక నాటకీయమైనటువంటి పరిణామం అనేది వచ్చింది. Okay, in this way these breeding techniques and also new varieties are introduced in the agriculture field. They are help to dramatic increase in food production. This phenomenon is known as Green Revolution. Who is the father of Green Revolution? Norman Borlaug. Who is the father of Indian Green Revolution? M.S. Swaminathan. Okay, in this way M.S. Swaminathan and Norman Borlaug are introduced in the agriculture field a new variety. These are high yield varieties, and also some breeding techniques are also followed in the agriculture field. So the yield and the technique and new varieties are helpful for the dramatic increase in food production in the agriculture. This one is known as Green Revolution. Okay, so some of the crops are mainly helpful for high yielding varieties in the agriculture. What are they? Suppose wheat. Look at this one, wheat. Okay, this wheat in 1960 to 2000 period increased 11 million tons to 75 million tons production in the agriculture field because of the introducing of new varieties in the wheat crops. Okay, and Norman Borlaug introduced some semi-dwarf varieties in Mexican varieties. What are they? Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. Sonalika is very important semi-dwarf Mexican variety, and Kalyan Sona is also some of the semi-dwarf variety Mexican variety. Look at this figure. Because of the introduced in the agriculture field some Mexican varieties like Sonalika and Kalyan Sona, the yield is increased, the production is increased 11 million tons to 75 million tons. Understand? Next one, rice. Rice is also production is improved in 1960 to 2000 period timing. In 1960, IR8 developed in Philippines. Rice Research Institute. Okay, IRRI, Indian Rice Research Institute. This Indian Rice Research Institute is present in Philippines. In this, some semi-dwarf varieties are introduced and also developed in this institution. And also, Techang Native 1. It is developed from the Taiwan. IR8 is developed in Philippines, especially IRRI. And Techang Native 1 is also developed from Taiwan. These are new variety crops and also give more yield. More yieldings are also obtained from this IR80 Techang Native 1. Then later, the better yielding semi-dwarf varieties are also introduced in the rice field. Okay, rice species. There are Jaya and Ratna. Jaya and Ratna mainly developed in India because of this region. This IR80 and Techang Native 1, Jaya and Ratna, this type of new rice varieties are introduced in the rice field or agricultural field. So the production is increased in 35 million tons to 889.5 million tons. So you are not imported rice in our country, you are exported to the other countries. So the export capability is mainly done by the introduction of the IR80 and the Techang Native 1, Jaya and Ratna. These are the new variety and the domestic increasing yield varieties. There are Jaya and Ratna and IR8. Okay. Indian high yielding varieties are sugarcane. This sugarcane, like scientifically, it is called Saccharum barberry. This Saccharum barberry is especially grown in North India, not grown in South India. It is mainly grown in the North India. It had poor sugar content and also yield. Very poor sugar content. Okay. Another species like Saccharum officinarum. It is especially grown in South India, not North India. Its thicker stems, చాలా లావుగా ఉంటాయి వీటి యొక్క స్టెమ్స్ వచ్చినప్పటికీ ఇంటర్నోడల్ రీజన్స్ వచ్చినప్పటికీ, అండ్ ఆల్సో హై షుగర్ కంటెంట్ చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది. సో దీస్ Saccharum barberry and Saccharum officinarum are crossed with one another and forms a new variety of sugarcane with help of the plant breeding program. Okay, these two sugarcanes were crossed and forms a desirable quality variety species are developed. Desirable qualities. What are the desirable qualities in these sugarcanes? The first one is Saccharum barberry is only grown in North India, not South India, and Saccharum officinarum is grown in South India, not North India. So this Saccharum officinarum can grow in the North India also. It is a desirable character. Another one, this Saccharum barberry is a poor sugar content are also yield. So the sugar content increase or high sugar content is the one of the desirable quality. So these desirable quality, high sugar content and thicker stem qualities are desirable qualities. These are present, these are inserted in the Sakaram barberry. It can be grow in the North India. So these two sugars were crossed and forms here desirable quality variety species were developed. It ability to grow North India. This Sakaram officinarum is not growing North India. After desirable quality variety species are developed, that varieties can be grow in the North India also and contains high yield. ఎక్కువ yielding ఇస్తుంది and also consists of thick stems and high sugar content. These are the desirable qualities are inserted into the Sakaram barberry. It can be grown in the North India also. So North India, this sugarcane product is highly increased by the crossing in between Sakaram barberry and Sakaram officinarum. Look at this figure. Next one, maize. Some maize means చిరుధాన్యాలు అని చెప్పేసి అంటాం, సిరిధాన్యాలు. Okay, the mills are also the product is increased in the 1960 to 2000 year period because of the introduction of new varieties and hybrid varieties. Suppose in maize, hybrid maize. And the hybrid maize is also increased the yield production and also consists disease resistance and several high yielding varieties were introduced in the mills. So hybrid maize is also successfully developed in India and the hybrids are had to lead developed several disease resistance quality and also high yielding and also tolerant to abiotic and biotic stresses. Okay. Jowar and Bajra, these are also new hybrid varieties are introduced in the agriculture field as mills. So these are consist of high resistance to the disease and pathogens. Also consists water stress condition. Plant breeding for disease resistance. Okay. The wide range of fungal and bacterial and viral pathogens are affected the yield, especially cultivated crops. Cultivated crops are affected by some fungal, bacterial and viral pathogens. Okay, especially in tropical climates. In tropical climates, the crop varieties that are cultivated crops are mainly affected by some fungal and bacterial and viral diseases and viral pathogens. Okay. So the tropical climates are especially damaged by the causes of some pathogens. Up to 20 to 30% of the yield is completely decreased. 20 to 30% of the total crops is decreased. Okay. Sometimes by the causes of these tropical climatic diseases, the entire crop is also destroyed. The total crops is also collapsed. Okay. Next one. Some of the bacteriocides and fungicides are utilized for these fungal and bacterial diseases. So these fungicides and bacteriocides are harmful to surrounding atmosphere and also some useful pathogens and some useful microbial organisms are also damaged. So the improvement of the crop yield is also decreased. Okay, in this way, it is also reduced dependence on the use of fungicides and bactericides. ఒకసారి మనం బ్యాక్టీరియాసైడ్స్ యూజ్ చేసిన ఫంగిసైడ్ యూజ్ చేసిన அந்த క్రాప్ అంత ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ అనేది ఉండదు. సో ద రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద హోస్ట్ ప్లాంట్ ఈస్ ఎబిలిటీ టు ప్రివెంట్ ద ప్యాథోజన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ కాజింగ్ డిసీజ్ అండ్ ఈస్ darmited by the genetic constitutions. Okay, the dramatic increase mainly developed by the introduction of the disease resistance plant. So the disease resistance plant is formed by the knowledge of plant breeding techniques. Okay, it is important to know about the causative organisms, the mode of transmissions. Okay, this plant breeding is very, very important process in the disease resistance. So some of the disease caused by the fungal rusts. What are they? Brown rust of wheat. గోధుమలో వచ్చేటువంటి brown rust disease. This brown rust disease mainly caused by one of the fungal organism. That one is Fuchsinia triticina. Fuchsinia triticina causes brown rust of disease, brown rust of wheat. So the production is decreased up to 20 to 30% of the total yield. Fungal cultivated crop disease is the red rot of sugarcane. This red rot of sugarcane is mainly caused by one of the fungal organism. Scientifically, it is called Coleotrichum falcatum. This Coleotrichum falcatum forms a basidio-spores. These are easily spread entire throughout the crop and the sugarcane field. So the red rot of sugarcane is damaged or decreased the yield up to 20 to 30% of the total sugar. So this red rot of sugarcane, the plant exhibit red color leaf portions, red color internodal regions and red color nodal regions. Okay, these red color parts are exhibit one of the alcoholic smell. మన స్మెల్ చూస్తుంది alcohol smell వస్తుంది. The sugar is converted into alcohol in that region by the activity of the Coleotrichum falcatum fungal organism. Late blight of potato. It is also caused with fungal organisms like Phytophthora infestans. This Phytophthora infestans causes light blight disease in the potato. This Phytophthora infestans is one of the fungal organism. By the activity of this Phytophthora infestans causes light blight disease in the potato. So the yield is highly decreased by the causes of light blight of potato. Okay, Bengal కరువు మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. బెంగాల్ కరువు. Okay, Bengal the potato is completely damaged in that Asian period by the causes of Phytophthora infestans. Okay, look at these figures. Bacteria are also causes diseases in the cultivated crops like black rot of cruciferous. This black rot of cruciferous is caused by one of the bacteria like Xanthomonas compestris. This Xanthomonas compestris causes black rot of cruciferous cultivated vegetable crop. So the yielding is also decreased 20 to 30% of the total. Okay, the next one, Look at this figure. Viral species are also causes diseases on the cultivated crops. There are tobacco mosaic. The tobacco mosaic disease is caused by one of the virus. It is called tobacco mosaic virus, TMV. Tobacco mosaic virus. This tobacco mosaic virus is causes tobacco mosaic disease in tobacco field. So the yield is also decreased 20 to 30% of the total. Okay. Next one. Look at this tobacco mosaic disease. Another viral disease is turnip mosaic disease. Turnip mosaic disease. This turnip mosaic disease is especially found in turmeric. Okay. So, in the turmeric, the yield is also decreased by the causes of turnip mosaic virus. Turnip mosaic virus up to 20 to 30%. So, this turnip mosaic virus is causes turnip mosaic in the turmeric and also decrease the yield. Look at this figure. Different types of fungal and bacterial viral diseases are also causes different types of diseases in the cultivated crops and also causes a decrease the yielding up to 20 to 30%. So, some methods of breeding for disease resistance are, you already know about the breeding is carried out by cultivated breeding techniques. These cultivated breeding techniques are helpful for disease resistance. And also mutational breeding. You already know about the mutational breeding. Some mutations are created by some chemicals and extra or gamma rays. Extra and gamma rays. You already previously studied about this mutational breeding and conventional breeding methods. Okay, some crop varieties bred by hybridization and the selection for disease resistance to fungi, bacteria, and viral disease. Look at this complete table. Okay, in this crop variety under disease resistance, some wheat variety. The wheat variety like Hemagiri, it is a resistance to leaf and strip rust hill bunt disease resistance. Another one Brassica, it is also caused variety Posa Swarnam. It is also known as Karana Rai. Okay, Karana Rai. It is a resistance to white rust disease. Next one, cauliflower, Posa Swarnam, Posa Saubel K1. It is also resistance to back rot of disease and cut blight of black rot disease. Next one, Cowpea. It is Posa Comal variety. It is resistance to bacteria and blight rot disease. Next one, chili. It is also one of the variety Posa Sada Bahar. It is also resistance to silly mosaic virus and tobacco mosaic virus and also leaf curl disease. Look at this table once. Mutation means genetic variations are characterized by the changing base pairs in the sequence. That one is known as mutation. The mutations are helpful for some high yielding disease resistance crops were developed. Okay, and induced mutations. These induced mutations are created by the applying some chemicals and radiations like gamma radiations. Some chemicals are applied on the plant. So the induced mutations occur. Suppose some Behandi, Abelmuscus esculentus. It is resistant to yellow mosaic virus. resistance to yellow mosaic virus. This yellow mosaic virus Behandi, it is transferred to wild species. It is transferred to wild species, which result in new varieties were produced. The new variety is known as Prabhani Kanti. Prabhani Kanti. The Prabhani Kanti is helpful for resistance to yellow mosaic virus. It is a wild species. Okay. This phenomenon is known as the induced mutations is created by chemical some gamma radiations. This phenomenon is known as mutational breeding. Okay. Some mutational breedings are also helpful for resistance power on the wild species. Okay. Next one. So this plant breeding is helpful for resistance to insects and pests. Insects and pests. Okay. Another major causes of a large scale destruction of the crop, that one is insect and pests. Insect and pest. Some of the crop variety and insect pest resistance. Insects and pests are given on the table. Suppose brassica. This brassica, another. In the brassica species, we are created resistance insects and pests. This one is Posa gaurav. This Posa gaurav is a resistance to some aphids. Next one, flat beans. These flat beans are new varieties are created by the resistance to insects and pests. This one is Posa sem 2, Posa sem 3. Posa sem 2 and Posa sem 3. These are highly resistant to gessids, aphids and fruit borer. Another one, okra. Okay, it is also one of the Behandi, ladyfinger. This okra, new varieties, insect and pest resistance is created. That one is Pusa swarni and Pusa A4. Pusa swarni and Pusa A4. These Pusa swarni and Pusa A4 varieties are resistant to soot and fruit borer. These are the new varieties. Crops were developed to resistance to some insects and pests. In the world, 840 people are, millions of people are there. Okay, they are suffering with hidden hunger. Hidden hunger means nothing but the lack of micronutrients, proteins, vitamins in their food. This means the deficiency of vitamins, proteins, and micronutrients in their daily taken in food. Okay. So they are suffering with hidden hunger. Hidden hunger means nothing but deficiency of micronutrients, deficiency of proteins, deficiency of vitamins in their daily food. So by the hidden hunger, they are suffering with different types of nutrients like vitamin A, iron, iodine, zinc, etc. Nutrients are suffering or lack their daily taken in food. Okay, this phenomenon is known as hidden hunger. అంటే కనిపించిన ఆకలి. అంటే మనం ఫుడ్ తీసుకుంటాం కానీ ఆ ఫుడ్లో సరైనటువంటి క్వాలిటీ ఉండదు. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్, biofortification means what? Biofortification means the process of breeding crop with a higher level of vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats contents is known as biofortification. Okay, this biofortification is employed in providing public health. Some of the wheat variety known as Atlanta 66 having high protein content in comparison to exit wheat is one of the example of biofortification. Another one, golden rice. It is also one of the biofortification example. It is consists of rich vitamin A. enriched vitamin A. In this way, different types of crops, plant breeding, the high yielding variety crops are helpful for prevent from hidden hungry. Okay, next one. Some plant breeding also improved nutritional quality. What type of nutritional qualities are increased? Protein content and quality is also increased. Oil content and quality is also increased. Vitamin contents are also increased. Micronutrients and mineral contents are also increased with help of the plant breeding program. Okay. Next one. In 2000 years, maize hybrid variety that have twice that amount of amino acids. What type of amino acid? Lysine and tryptophan. Tryptophan amino acids are comprised to existing maize hybrids that are developed. And also wheat variety, you know already? Wheat variety, Atlas 66 have also high protein content. Okay, next one, another IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. IARI, it is present in New Delhi. It is also released some crops like enriched vitamin A like carrot, spinach, pumpkin, etc. Next one, some crops like bitter ground, batuva, mustard, tomato, etc. consist vitamin C enriched crops. Next one, iron and calcium enriched spinach is also released by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute, and batuva is also released from the IARI, and the protein enriched beans are also released by the IARI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute, like board, lab, French and garden pea. This type of different vegetable crops are also released by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute at Delhi. By the releasing of these new varieties to the process of plant breeding, many peoples and several hidden hungry peoples are benefit from the deficiency of nutrients, deficiency of protein, deficiency of vitamin problems.